I got a whole lot of questions, and I don't think some of them are going to be solved before next week. But let's talk about this week, what got me all twisted up. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Married to Medicine. This is season 6, episode 14. As I said, there's some stuff that went down on this episode, made absolutely no sense, and I think it's a reality show game where there's something that we haven't been told, and then you're giving us something else. Come on, Married to Medicine. Now, y'all don't usually even roll like this, but this, but we will talk about it. Anyway, first things first, it was so cute to see. We went down to Dr. Jackie's office, and Jessica Dime and Sean were actually there. They're from our Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. So it was so nice to see them. Jackie's actually their doctor. Jackie's everybody's doctor, child. Jessica is big, big, big. She is huge. She looks so cute, though. And they look so happy. And, yeah, she's getting really close to her delivery. So that was cute to see her. It's always nice to see the little crossover, especially when you say Love and Hip Hop all the way over to Bravo. That was pretty cool. I was like, all right, come on now. Who set that up? But anyway. Then we actually went and we saw Cecil and Simone. Now, this shit was crazy. They went out to dinner. Something going on with Simone. And I am leaning more and more. I'm like, is Simone, girl, you going through menopause? Is that what's going on? Because Simone is she's here, then she's here, then she's over there. Something's going on with Simone. They were sitting there having dinner, and the next thing I know, I'm like, what the hell just happened here? Simone just smooth goes off on Cecil. Cecil's sitting there looking like a fucking idiot. He don't know what's going on, just don't have a clue what the hell just went on. And it's really all about that friend of his. And she felt like he was upholding her and her behavior where he really wasn't. He was just sitting there. So I don't know. The more and more this stuff comes up, the more and more I'm starting to believe that either Simone is going through menopause, or Simone really believes that Cecil and the other woman done something. It's one of the two. It is one of the two. And I'm thinking it's more towards something hormonal, because it's not just that thing with Cecil. Simone just snaps out about everything anymore. And her behavior is so erratic. Like, okay, I mean, and the thing is, if she's going through menopause, girl will give you a complete pass. Me personally, if Simone is actually in a position where she is actually going through menopause, I will give Simone a complete pass on everything, because one, I deal with women a lot. Most of my friends are of female persuasion. And the other thing is, I'm a hairdresser. Well, I was a hairdresser. So I've dealt with women, and I know what that whole menopausal thing, what it looks like. And you, especially as males, you have to step out of that. It's sad. It's a sad thing. And you can't, when it's just something as small as the hot flashes and stuff that women go through. As a male, you have to just step out of that and just let that be. And it's kind of hard to watch, because there is absolutely nothing that you can do to help them through that other than give them some space. So when it comes to things that have to do with women and their cycles and going through menopause, I just give a complete pass. Anything is possible when your hormones are all over the place, and there's times during the day where you are just literally miserable and can't do nothing about it. I can't even imagine being hot from my inside and there's nothing I can do to cool off but let it pass. Man, if that don't make you crazy, So I'm always willing to give a pass for things that go on like that. And in the past, there's medications and things like that now. But there are women who have literally lost their minds. Literally, it's not a joke. There are women who have lost their minds going through menopause. It's really not a joke. So I don't know if there's something really going on with Simone, or is it just when it comes to that other woman, she thinks that there's actually more? I mean, we know Cecil loves her, but is Cecil in love with her? Is that where the problem is? Is that what Simone thinks? Because she just smooth with the fuck off. You're upholding a bitch that doesn't give a fuck about my marriage, and I'm like, and got up and walked out the restaurant, and a couple days later was still mad. I said, I don't know, Simone. I'm just kind of watching. None of this shit with Simone is making a lot of sense to me. I don't know. It's crazy. She drives me crazy though, but I don't know. Well, I guess we just got to keep watching and see. Moving on. Contessa and her kids, they wanted to talk to the granddaddy. So that was a good thing. She called the grandfather, and he's coming in 2 weeks for a visit, and he sounded really good. When she talked to him on the phone, he sounded much better than he did the last time he was there visiting. He said he's been doing his therapy and taking his treatments and taking all his medicine, and he sounds really good. He sounds strong. I was like, okay, that was cool. It was good to see, because I had been wondering, what was going on with him. We hadn't heard anything, so that was good. So he's supposed to be coming down. She's supposed to send him a ticket, and he would be there within 2 weeks to see her and see the kids. So that was cool. Then we go over to the only scenes that I really enjoy, which with Mariah, is scenes that she does with Lil Lauren. And she was actually meeting up with Lauren and also a stylist, Anthony, who they were picking out clothes for Lauren. Lauren's getting her clothes together for her to go into her little high school, her first year of high school. And she picked some really, really cute pieces. She really did. She got some really cute stuff. But I got so irritated because generally Mariah does really, really well in her scenes with Lauren. She plays her mother part and she's cool. And I don't run into the bitch that is Mariah. It's just Mariah. You know what I mean? Mariah, Mrs. Huck in those scenes. And I actually, y'all know, y'all think I hate her so much, but I actually enjoy seeing her just being Mrs. Huck. When she becomes Mariah, I can't. It's too much. But this time, she ran in there with that Mariah shit, even on Lauren's side. I said, bitch, are you that much of a narcissist that you are even going to sit here and steal scenes from your own fucking daughter? She wouldn't shut up. Like, when that scene first started, I found myself hollering at the TV like, shut the fuck up, Mariah. Anthony's asking questions to Lauren and trying to talk to Lauren about her personal style. And Mariah keep talking. Shut the fuck up. This scene is not about you. This scene is about Lauren. Lauren got this down. She does her scene. She does real well. She represents herself real well. There's no need for you right now. Anthony even told her, girl, go over there and sip, honey. Get a drink. She kept on talking. You don't have to steal every scene you're in, Mariah. We see you. Now, I just was too far. Trying to steal a scene off of Lauren. If you don't sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere, got on my nerves. But Lauren did get some real cute little stuff. So cute in her little stuff. So go ahead, Lauren. Taking her butt to that doggone high school. She already let them have it, honey. On a little fashion then, honey. Anyway, your mama got on my nerves, though. Anyway, moving on. I did like when Anthony told her, I said, this was one for the books, honey. Y'all put this on a t-shirt. It said, he told her, being a lady never goes out of style. And that is so true. That is so true. I like that. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, that needs to be on a t-shirt. Anyway, moving on. Toya decides to plan a girls' trip. I said, I knew this was coming because she was talking about it last week. I said, okay, let's see how that goes. Then I hated this next scene where it was Heavenly and Mariah meeting up at this church. I hated it because I'm not feeling that. I told y'all that last week. I ain't feeling the whole Heavenly bowing down to Mariah and, oh, I'm going to apologize. Oh, the problem I have with you, I see my sister and all. I don't know whose idea this is. I don't know what it's about. All I know is I don't like it and I don't believe it. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Yes, I believe you got some issues with your sister and y'all had issues growing up, but your scenes need to be with your sister. Your sister's ass need to be sitting in that church with you, not fucking Mariah. Mariah sat right up in there and acted just like I thought she would. Like, yes, apologize to me, bitch. That's exactly what she gave. That's exactly what she gave. And at one point, Heavenly almost slipped off the wagon and went to cussing. I said, girl, told her a lie, told her she tells lies. And then said, I don't tell no lies. And then the confessionals, they kept playing confessionals all throughout. Mariah wasn't sincere about a goddamn thing. She was still being shady, all of the confessionals. And you all know the confessionals are actually filmed after the fact. Still shady, didn't mean none of it, didn't give a fuck about none of it, and felt as though the bitch, yes, bitch, kiss my motherfucking shoes. Kiss the ring, whore. And that's how she was. That was how her attitude was. I was like, they are getting on my nerves down here to this goddamn church. I just, that whole thing, when it started up last week and Heavenly was talking, I call bullshit and I still call bullshit. Moving on. Okay, so they all go and they board the party bus. Somebody needs to explain to me how everything got twisted around, and at some point Toya felt as though Contessa needed to be apologizing to her for the stuff that happened in Antigua. You elbowed me in my fucking new teddy. And now okay, everything happened. It was what it was. It supposedly is squashed. We're back here. And now all of a sudden I owe you an apology? Man, Toya, if you don't get the fuck out of here, you goddamn fry guy. If you don't get out my face. I said, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And then she ended up going on. Then she called Scott a liar. And that just tipped Contessa off. Contessa was like, girl, wait a minute now. What we're not going to do is talk about husbands. We're not going to do that. You're not going to sit over there and call my husband a goddamn liar. He is a liar. He told a lie. I'm like, he did not tell a lie. He didn't tell a lie. I'm like, you may not have liked what was said, but he didn't tell a lie. I'm like, oh, God, this is crazy. And she was stuck on that. And the next thing I know, Contessa told her, listen, you calling my husband a liar sounded to me like you want to get choked out. I said, see, I told y'all. I fucking told y'all. That goddamn contestant done got healed up. And shit's going to be different. I told y'all. Next thing I know, Toya done jumped up talking about, choke me out. Well, I ain't scared. You ain't scared because you know shit, they ain't going to let her get to you. Contessa was just as smooth and calm. I said, bitch, Toya, you in danger, girl. You sitting over there, you're in danger. I don't know why you sitting at the girl. You knew. Because you didn't roll up on her like when you and Mariah. Because, see, you didn't believe that Mariah was going to hit you either. And you was standing up all close to her, got all in her face. You ain't make that mistake with Contessa because you know Contessa. You know Contessa will fuck you up. That's what it was. And Contessa was just as quiet. Don't y'all fuck with no quiet bitch. A bitch that ain't hollering and screaming is a bitch that will fuck you up. You understand? You hollering and screaming and the person ain't got caught up in the midst of it and they all calm and sitting back. Child, that's because they plotting. They get ready to fuck you up. They get ready to see if they're going to yank you with the left hand or the right hand. And I think Toya knows that. I said, a mess. But I just didn't get all that. I was like, okay, so here we go. Then, it was going on. They finally get to the end of get everything calmed down, They finally get to the little thing, they're going to have lunch. All while they were having lunch, from the door, Toya started throwing the shade first when we went in there. Did you all see that? It was a horrible, aggravating bus ride, this, that, and the other. She was throwing shade first. And then as soon as Contessa said something, they pop up a confessional with Jackie saying, Contessa, you're not helping. Did you notice that? And then as they went on, Toya kept throwing more shade about the bus trip, and Contessa was being addressed. Nobody said nothing to Toya. And then once they got down to the table and sat down, when Contessa said, you know what, I wanted to address something. And then see Contessa's mean. And she cut low and deep. And I just felt like, first of all, Toya started with Contessa. Toya was trying to read and trying to be shady. The fact of the matter was Contessa was better at it. And she hit Toya with a 1-2 punch, baby, and Toya didn't have no comeback. She was sitting there like and they all jumped in. Well, Contessa, well, wait a minute, Contessa. No, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Quad included, because Quad is the one that, well, let me tell what happened. So Contessa said, and it was a motherfucking 1-2 punch, and I was here for it. She windmilled the shit out of that motherfucking Toya. She waited till they were all quiet, nobody was saying nothing. She said, I wanted to address something. You know, you're always talking about your husband's weight and how he needs to lose weight. And the truth of the matter is, you and his BMI are exactly the same. Y'all are doing the same thing. Translation for anybody that didn't get it. Your husband is a fat motherfucker and you're a fat bitch. Okay? I said, whoo, bitch, she got you, honey. And Toya didn't have no comeback, none. Because I had said before, Toya has picked up a considerable amount of weight. She definitely has. And I don't think she's very comfortable with it. And baby, when Contessa hit her with that, everybody around that table was giving. I said, uh-huh. Then when Quad got in and said, she chastised Contessa about, she said, you were wrong, Contessa, because you kind of went after her character. She's not that kind of person that she would ever actually elbow you on purpose. So when these things go on, you have to be a better judge of character, and you can't do that like that. And I was like, okay, Quad, now I'm going to tell you to shut up, and I'm going to call bullshit, because right now is not the time for us to be attacking Contessa. And I don't know, it could have actually been, I don't know what it was, or it could have actually been the way it was edited. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the placement of it. I felt like Contessa kept being jumped on because she fucking tore Toya's ass up, and Toya was over there looking sad. Fuck Toya. Fuck Toya. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care for that shit Jackie said. Simone was just like, well, Contessa, shut the fuck up, Simone. And Quad, shut your ass up too. I was fine with what Contessa said. She said what she meant, and she meant what she said. I'm looking at you. You always after Eugene. That motherfucker is Grimace, and you are the Hamburglar, bitch. He's a fat motherfucker, and you're a fat bitch. And I was like, I thought it was funny. I really did. I thought it was hilarious. But anyway, so then they were like, okay. So Contessa was like, all right, cool, no problem. She ain't got no issue with nobody else. And her and Quad is real cool. So when Quad chastised her and told her, the shit on the bus was just ridiculous. And I didn't like none of it. And it brought her down. So I guess, no, Quad, shut up. I ain't like it. You should just let her get her shit off. I don't like it when they do it to you, and I didn't like it when you did it to her. Leave it alone. Fuck Toya. Let her get her shit off. Toya's ass was broke. That face was cracked into a million little pieces. I looked over there and I said, you ain't got no comeback, miss? No kind of comeback, girl? Pull your motherfucking wig down, because she slayed you, bitch. She let her have it, you fat motherfucker, and your husband's fat too, Joe. I laughed at that. I thought it was funny. Anyway, they went on. They left there. They went to a winery. They get out there, and then this other shit started going on. Mariah had already told them earlier on, and that was a fucking horrible outfit she had on. I couldn't stand it. Ugh. That little pants. You know what? The fit of it was not bad. It was the pattern. I just looked, because I kept looking at it, and I said, if that was one solid color, it would be really nice. If it was solid white or just any other color, but all that print and all that shit all over her ass made her ass look big. I'm like, Mariah ain't big like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't flattering to me. And Mariah be looking nice as hell in her shit. She really do. Now the bitch look good in her clothes. I just didn't like that outfit. That print was throwing me off. It was giving me like she's on her way to bingo. I just didn't care for that anyway. But we got the shit with Aiden. We knew Aiden wasn't feeling well. So she said, if I get a call from Aiden, I might have to roll. They're like, okay. So she gets a call. And he said that he had a headache. And the headache was extreme. And he was getting ready to take himself on down to the emergency. So that was right before they left the other place where they were having lunch. Once they got to the winery, he had called back. And he gets to telling her what actually happened. She was in the bathroom and she was crying. And then she comes out and she tells, because they kept saying, well, where's Mariah? And she said, I gotta, she's like, I talked to Aiden. And what they're saying is that they're actually admitting him. And he actually has viral meningitis. And then it became such a panic. And she's like, I'm going to go. And Contessa was like, no. Contessa and Toya, but so we all gonna go. We're all going. Let's hit it. And they, as a group, everybody agreed we gonna leave. One of us is down, we all down. That was good shit. We all down. And I thought that was cool that nobody just let her walk away by herself, because God knows if they had her, we would have heard about it for the next 6 seasons. But anyway, they comforted her because she was, it broke her, And they comforted her. They all hugged her and said, let's go. And they were even Quad. And they were all telling her, he's going to be all right, girl. We got to go. Now, it struck me strange because if you look up viral meningitis, there's different forms. Okay? And she didn't elaborate on exactly what she just said, viral meningitis. Jackie is a doctor. Simone is a doctor. Contessa's a doctor. With all you're saying is viral meningitis, what is the urgency of like all of this? Because viral meningitis usually goes away in 7 to 10 days without treatment. Now, other than you saying that they admitted him, it didn't lead me to believe that it was, because there's a lot of different type of meningitis that, that will fuck you up. But it didn't lead me to believe that it was one of those. So what was said that we weren't privy to? What was edited out that we don't know about? Because just the urgency of it, I said, y'all done pulled some shit here. Something happened. There was something different. So I'm going to hold off. I got some thoughts about some things. But I'm going to hold off until next week. And I'll go back and elaborate on my next week's review. Because they showed previews and they had the things over their mouth and all this shit. What wasn't said? Or what was edited out? Because just to say he is having a headache and he having viral meningitis don't cause that urgency that I saw on that camera. What's going on with Aiden? What's going on with Aiden that y'all know that we don't know? We're going to talk about it next week. We damn sure are. We're going to talk about it next week. All right, y'all. Last thing. Jackie did spend some little time talking to Simone about Cecil and that date that she had. And she told Simone, girl, I want you to calm the fuck down and tell him that shit about that girl, that shit's hurting you. Now, if he can't get that when you tell him that it's hurting you, he going to need some special classes. And it did make her laugh. And I said, okay, well, we're going to see what you're going to do. We're going to see what you're going to do. First things first, take that fucking wig off. Because that wig got you looking like one of the Fry Guys. All right, y'all. I'm out.